Share your screen with your audience. Click there. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, it's Bill, the knee pain guru. Um, I've just spent the past 15 minutes figuring out the access or how the camera would work with what I'm projecting on. Um, yeah, the layers and levels of technology and what works and what's compatible and upgrades and apps and usernames and passwords and all of that. That's not my area of expertise. But here we are. It looks like the live stream is working. Thank you for all those that are here. If you have questions, we're going to be talking about Baker cyst today. If you have questions, you can put those in the chat. I can see those. I've been a little bit absent from social media over the past, I guess, couple years. I get tired of talking about knees sometimes, and I just need to kind of go back and I work with clients and I get new insights and understandings of how the knee works and functions, and I come back with a deeper level of understanding. So here we are, just trying to work out some of the details here. Okay. Yeah, I've been working on some really cool stuff. I live on a homestead over here in Western North Carolina. I got married since the last time I did full-on live streams, and my wife and I have a healing center in the just north of Asheville. We've been dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, so we've been having a clinic that's been opening up every day to help the local people. They're really struggling here in terms of physically, mentally, emotionally. There's a lot of stuff going on. So that's kind of what's going on in the background. So let's dig into Baker cysts. So the title of today's thing is everything you want to know about a Baker cyst and a few things you didn't. And what's kind of cool today is I can share my screen. That's what I want to do here. First, I want to go over what your conventional definition of what a Baker cyst is. So this is from the Mayo Clinic. Baker cyst overview. A Baker cyst is a fluid-filled growth behind the knee. It causes a bulge and a feeling of tightness, also called a popliteal cyst. A Baker cyst sometimes causes pain. The pain can get worse with activity or when fully straightening or bending the knee. A Baker cyst is usually a result of a problem in the knee joint, such as arthritis, cartilage tear. Both conditions can cause the knee to produce too much fluid. Although a Baker cyst may cause swelling and discomfort, treating the underlying problem that's causing it usually provides relief. So symptoms of a Baker cyst: there'll be swelling behind the knee. Sometimes in the leg, you can have knee pain, you can have stiffness and an inability to fully flex the knee. Fully flex meaning getting your heel to your butt. Symptoms may be worse after you've been active or you've been standing for a long time. And going back to what can cause a Baker cyst here is sometimes it's a tear in the knee, and other times it's not. So what we're going to do is look at today, talk about when there isn't a tear. So you have this cyst in the back of your knee that may look something like this. Here is from Advanced Podiatry. So you'll have this swelling in the back of the knee. You'll get a lump in the back of the knee. And that can be uncomfortable. It can be painful. It can be difficult when you're walking, exercising, squatting, just daily activities. And let's look at, I have another, share this tab instead. So this is kind of a good idea, or this is a cross section of the knee. And this picture of the knee over here on the left is a healthy knee joint. Everything looks good. But over here, you can see there's some reason. Let me see if I can get a ability to mark on the screen. That would be really cool. I'm not sure if I can. Okay. Doesn't seem like I'm able to mark on the screen. That's something that I'd like to, I'm able to do in Zoom, but apparently I can't do it here. So we got this Baker cyst that is forming in the back of the knee. And a lot of times what happens is there's a tension pattern that's going on in the knee with the Baker cyst that's also affecting the hip on the same side, and it's also affecting the ankle. And what happens is, if I had some, oh gosh, can I? No, I can't edit this. I like to be able to draw on the screen. And it doesn't seem to be happening. So what happens is the tibia here, the tibia will slide backwards towards this Baker cyst. And the femur here, which is the bone in the upper leg, tibia is the main supporting bone in the lower leg. The femur will slide forward and the tibia will slide backwards slightly. Now, this would happen missing a step, or you stub your toe, or think of it, you're running and then you stop real quick. The foot will stop, then the tibia slides over the top of the foot, the tibia stops, and then the femur slides over the top of the tibia, and then you have a tension pattern going on in the hip as well. And a lot of times, and what my experience has been over the past several decades, is you will find that a lot of the pressure that's going on behind the knee is a result of the tibia being pushed backwards, which also misaligns what's going on in relationship with the bone in the upper leg and the bones in the lower leg. So what we're trying to do from the philosophy, my approach, the knee pain guru approach, is we're trying to get those bones lined back up. Because in order for this cyst to form, the lymphatic system cleans out, it's like the garbage collectors in your system. And in order for the body to be able to clean itself out properly, the lymphatic system has to be working properly. And if we have these excess tension patterns that are going on in the knee, in the relationship between the bones, what happens is that lymphatic system isn't able to clean out what's going on as far as the Baker cyst goes. So what happens is, because of that kink, and I refer to it as like a kink in the garden hose, when you're dragging that hose around the corner of your house and there's a twist that happens in the hose, which causes pressure on one end of the hose and no water to come out the other end of the hose. As soon as you create that loop or push the ends of that hose together, what ends up happening is now the water is able to flow through that hose again. And that's what we're trying to do essentially with what's going on with the Baker cyst. By exaggerating the pattern of what's happening with the relationship of the bones in the lower leg, the tibia and fibula, as well as the bone in the upper leg, the femur, then what happens is it unkinks the garden hose, which is your lymphatic system, and then gives the body the opportunity to flush that Baker cyst out on its own. It's actually a really cool process. I've had some great results, all completely anecdotal. And I will say everything that I'll share on this video today is for information purposes only. Uh, with that being said, as we go and release the tension pattern that's going on in the knee, the body's able to heal itself. The body's able to resolve what's going on. Now, the pattern in the knee could be a little bit more dynamic than a linear, the tibia slid backwards and the femur slid forward. It could be a little bit more dynamic than that. What we want to do is understand that by how your body feels and responds to creating relief, to creating comfort in the knee, and allowing that the lymphatic system to begin to clean out what's going on. Let's see, I had some more images here. I got the image of that, image of the Baker cyst. What I wanted to do was go into the members area of my website. I think you'll find this valuable. Let's see. Here we go. What we want to do is we want to get into, okay, we want to get into the members area. And there is a specific video that I will most likely set up in the replay of this. I will also it's a video that will help relieve what is going on there. And the key is, this is not like a one shot and then you're done. Sometimes it takes several times. Sometimes the pattern is more dynamic. We need to look at what's going on in the hip or in the ankle and foot, because how you're walking with your hip or ankle and foot can affect what's going on in the knee. So we want to look more dynamically at what's going on. And this is going to be in the Knee Club Clinic. This is going to be in the stretching lounge. No, I'm sorry. Pain pattern interrupt section. Plant and pull. 28, plant and pull. And what we're doing here, I suppose I could play this. We could watch this. Okay, so when you're doing this, exaggerating that pattern that's going on in the Baker cyst. You're pulling that tibia backwards, and that is going to take the pressure off of what's going on in the relationship of those bones, the femur with the tibia, and that should begin to relieve the pressure of what's going on in the Baker cyst. Once again, this is the beginning step of what we're doing to begin to set forth a like a domino effect throughout the body to relieve the pattern that's going on that's creating the Baker cyst. You see, we can't just look at the Baker cyst in a vacuum. We can't just think that we're going to address the Baker cyst without looking at patterns that are going on in the rest of the body. So by creating comfort in the knee, by doing this plant and pull, pulling that tibia backwards while you're sitting in a chair and relieving the tension of what's going on in those bones, you engage the body's self-corrective reflexes and it begins to allow the neurology to take over, your nervous system, your brain, your spinal column, all the nerves going out to all sections of your body, including in back of the knee, including the relationship of the bone in the upper leg and the bone in the lower leg, to relieve that pattern and begin to get some relief and get some results. Now, once again, this is the first step. Then we see what happens. Then we see how your body responds. Does the what's going on in the Baker cyst, does it change? Is it still as intense? Has the quality of the discomfort changed? Has the quality or quantity that's in the swelling of the Baker cyst changed? That's what we want to begin the dialogue to understand on a deeper level. Well, what is the pattern going on in your leg, in your knee, in your hip, in your lower back, in your ankle, in your foot that's contributing to the Baker cyst? So I wanted to share that, see how that works for you. Give it a try. I'm going to play the rest of this video here. Does it play through here? Go. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share. It's an understanding of the dynamics. We can't just look at a Baker cyst in a tunnel. We can't just isolate our perspective of what's going on in the Baker cyst alone. We have to look at other dynamics. There's other things, making sure you're drinking plenty of water, making sure if there is inflammation in the body that we look at things that can help reduce inflammation, like magnesium, or possibly tweaking some of the things in your diet. All of those contribute to what's going on, and that's contributing to the Baker cyst. If you found this valuable, please give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru YouTube channel. And if you would like more information, like to have a chat with me, you can head on over to my website, thekneepainguru.com. This is what it looks like. Right here. You could head on over to the kneepainguru.com and you can fill out your first name and email address, and we can set up a time to. So let's see. I'm going to go over to the chat to see if there is anybody. that posted any questions. No questions today. Okay, we'll give that a shot. Hopefully the video is helpful. Uh, my learning curve on the technology is a little flat, so please be patient with me on that one. But I will be doing, hopefully I'm going to get my legs back under me with these, and I'll be doing more videos on more topics around the knee and other subjects because I've been kind of branching out, doing a lot of different things, actually onto some cool movement stuff that I'll share with you as well. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for being here. This is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru. Gonna put a button on it. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video.